Did you know that Demo 5 of Block Tales has been completely leaked online? I'm not talking about fake rumors. I am talking about game data that proves exactly what is coming next. In this video, I am going to show you every confirmed leak about Demo 5's location and how you get there, reveal the exact sword you will be getting and all the new items coming with it, and tell you when Demo 5 is dropping so you can mark your calendar. But first, let me explain how these leaks got out, because the way people discovered this stuff is sneaky, and it proves these spoilers are real. Right after Demo 4 dropped on May 31st, the Block Tales community went into detective mode. People were hungry for Demo 5 info, so they started digging through their save files with coding tools. That is when someone made a shocking discovery. Buried in the game data was a single word: Windforce. The community exploded because everyone knew what this meant. The developers had left the next sword's name right there in the code. The developers started posting mysterious images on their Discord server, and that is where the real leaks began. A few weeks after the save file discovery, the developer posted an image on Discord, just a helicopter with a pilot character, no explanation. At first, people were confused. A helicopter? What does that have to do with anything? Then someone connected the dots. Helicopter transportation, the word heights being teased, and the Windforce sword. It had to be sword fight on the heights. The entire community figured it out in minutes. Every demo has its own transportation method. Demo 3 had the train to Blackrock Mountain. Demo 4 had the boat to Chaos Canyon. Now Demo 5 has a helicopter, and helicopters go to high places. The helicopter pad is located above the In the Cards building in West Bisville. Demo 5 takes place in Sword Fight on the Heights 4, also known as Sword Fight on the Heights. For those who do not know, Sword Fight on the Heights is one of the most legendary Roblox games ever made. It is sword fighting on floating platforms high in the sky. Here is where things get wild. The Windforce is not just any sword, it is the 5th sword in the classic Sword Fight on the Heights progression. The order goes Ice Dagger, Venom Shank, Ghostwalker, Firebrand, then Windforce, then Darkheart, then Illumina. In the original Sword Fight on the Heights, the Windforce deals 10 damage with a 2-second cooldown, and it is known for being reliable. But Demo 5 is not just bringing the Windforce. The leaked teaser images show tons of classic sword fight items getting the Block Tales treatment. We are talking about battle armor for defense, shield sphere for protection, rocket boots for jumping around those high platforms, and ketchup and mustard for healing. There is also Shadow Sphere that might make you invisible, and Caltrops that probably work like the Thunderbolt Cloud, but with different effects. The community is going nuts because this is not just any regular demo. This is Sword Fight on the Heights, but in Block Tales style. Everything that made Sword Fight on the Heights legendary is getting adapted for turn-based combat. Everyone wanted to know when Demo 5 would drop. The developers stayed silent about the release date, but the community became time travel experts. Every Block Tales demo follows a pattern. There is usually 4 to 6 months between releases. Demo 4 came out in May 2025, so if you count forward 4 to 6 months, you get September to November 2025. The community dug deeper. They looked at development patterns, social media activity, and how developers talk about their progress. The consensus? October 2025 is the most likely release month. Autumn 2025 for sure, but October keeps coming up as the sweet spot. Based on tracking previous demos, this timeline makes perfect sense. The developers need time to adapt all those sword fight mechanics into Block Tales' combat system, and October gives them enough time to do it right. I need to be straight with you about what is confirmed versus what is community speculation. The stuff I have told you so far, the helicopter, the Windforce, the sword fight on the Heights location, the leaked items, that is all confirmed from official sources. But there is also a ton of fan theories floating around. People are talking about bosses like Arius, who is supposedly a game show host, or Kleos, who might be guarding the Windforce. These sound cool, but they are just fan-made concepts, not leaks. The most reliable leaks come from 3 places: save file data, official developer Discord images, and the Block Tales wiki tracking developer communications. Everything else is speculation. And I want to be honest about what we know versus what we are guessing. What we know for sure is Demo 5 takes place in Sword Fight on the Heights. You get there by helicopter, you will obtain the Windforce sword, and there are multiple classic sword fight items being adapted for the game. The autumn 2025 release window is highly likely based on development patterns. The thing is, knowing about these leaks is useless unless you understand how they fit into Blocktail's bigger story. Demo 5 represents the midpoint of the planned 7 sword collection, and there are hidden connections between every demo that most people miss. Check out my complete Blocktail's deep dive playlist next to discover why Demo 5 might change everything about how we understand this game's universe.